Hi everyone, it's Christy. Welcome back. Well, Maria is finished. I did not put Maria on the cover. I just put journal on the cover, but her music is inside. So this journal measures about 8.5 by 6, 5 3/4. Actually, let me double check. It does come up, yeah, about 5 3/4 to 6, maybe in between 5 7/8. Anyway, the idea or inspiration comes from Francesca over at Junk Journal Joy, and the paper collection that I used to put this together is the April subscription kit from Pink Monarch Prints. Everything in this journal, with the exception of the lace and ribbon, is from that collection. And the fabric, of course. So let's look. The spine is a soft fabric spine. You can see the way it kind of bows in. It's covered with linen and lace, and then I've trimmed it with this beautiful Hobby Lobby trim on the front and the back. I didn't do anything to the covers because these papers are gorgeous, and you can let it speak for itself. You don't need to do anything to it. So I've used a simple tie closure with this crochet trim, and the covers are made with cardstock. It's 110-pound cardstock that I get at Walmart, and I print on it with my HP printer. I have a HP 6055 Envy, HP Envy 6055E, and it takes the cardstock well. So anyway, it's a paper bag, and the signatures are sewn into the paper bag, and then the covers are wrapped around. If you want more information, because it's really detailed, check out the description box. I do have a playlist, and it'll be under Maria Journal, and also I think I have it in the softer side of journal making, because it is a soft spine and a semi-soft cover. So I have a journal with a couple of brads. I had this tiny little piece of this pink trim left, and I used it. I used that entire pink trim in this journal. So I had 2 yards of it, and it's all in here. I think it was 2 yards, something like that, close to it. Anyway, so that's what's inside. So when you open this up, sorry to talk about the cover so long, there is, when you make the wraparound cardstock wraps around the paper bag, you make a pocket. And so there is coffee dyed cardstock tag in here that should slide in. There you go. And there is a staggered pocket here. We've got a ton of ephemera, but you can see the pocket there. I've just done clusters on most everything. There's so much ephemera in these kits that it was nice to just load it up. And I have a handful of pieces left because I put everything in here. You can see she's kind of a little bit chunky. Not too bad though. I mean, I can still keep her under control, okay? But she's pretty chunky. But a fun amount. So this is just a journaling card. I have kind of inked on the back of everything. I've attached this into the back of a paper clip. I did these. These are on Pink Monarch Prints channels, but these are just hidden paper clips, and so fun. They just attach to the page, and you can use it for a tuck. I'm going to kind of center that. Use it for a tuck on each side. This is just a piece that I put a little cluster on. I did add tabs. The tabs are in the collection too. Here I've got a piece of packing material from my Amazon. I've got a ledger piece. This is a bag, a silverware bag. It was a little bit longer than the page, so I folded it up and made a pocket here. I've just taken an offcut here. Piece of music to cover up huckleberries. And same thing on this side. I took a cut off, made a pocket. There's another piece of that trim. And I had trim, yeah, I put that trim on the bottom of this pocket here. A little tiny piece of mushroom ephemera that I thought was cute, so I just tucked it in there. And then these little tags inside. I've got tracing paper. You can tell which ones are the designer pages. I have a little flip-up pocket with just some journaling spaces. Lots of spaces to journal, not necessarily 8.5 by 5.5 pieces of paper, but lots of pockets and tucks, and extra paper has been added. This is a cluster here, and I've made little side pockets with some tags here. And the papers, like I said, they're so lovely. Don't have to do a lot. So on this piece, this center piece is a project in and of itself because it has this flip out here. There is a journal card inside. That one happens to be coffee dyed. Some of them are designer pages that I printed on cardstock. Some of them are coffee dyed. I have a tuck here, and here there's just a little pocket with one of the word sentiments thingy-majiggers from the collection. You put this back in the middle. Oh, okay. Here we have a tall 3x6 tag that goes in that pocket. And then I have journal cards on the side. In this pocket, there is another journal card. Like I said, there's lots of little places tucked away that you can journal. That little pocket there. Okay. And then here are two more of those tags. I'm not a lefty. I can't function. Okay. All right. And this is one of the bingo cards. Let me see if I'm centered here. One of the bingo cards that I added there's a sheet of large fussy cuts that I absolutely loved. I just thought that was really fun. And I've added some trim, and then I took this library card and put a tab on it and stuck that back there. Here we have just a pocket with some trim and a cluster and some more of the ephemera. Like I said, there are 45 pages in this collection. It's a lot of stuff. So here's the back side of that tracing paper. This is the other bag that's attached to that skinny silverware bag. And as you can see, there is a tag inside. I'm not going to pull it out because it's got the paper clip, but you can see that I've got a large fussy cut there. And then this pocket, the reason I stuck this paper clip here is because this is a little loose and this ephemera was coming out, so that's why I stuck the little paper clip there. I did add some lace trim to a couple of the pages just for something. This one has a tab. Here's a belly band, and this one has a little square card. There, I have included some of these little coffee dyed writing pages here and there. Another journal card. There you go. And this was a piece of drawing paper that I kind of folded to make a pocket, and I just, there again, a cluster and some ephemera. This side I've left for writing. This is the back side of a hanky page. That's what I'm calling it. You could put something in here, I think. I'm not sure it would stay because it is a little loose, so I left it more for a decoration. But this is the side with the rest of the handkerchief, and it's sewn into the signature. So it's got a couple pieces of coffee dyed paper tucked in there. We've got some lined paper, some graph paper. This is some coffee dyed parchment paper. And let's see, here we have an envelope pocket. This envelope happens to have a tag inside. And some ephemera tucked behind. And then this this closure is just a word from the collection, and I've just used that as a closure. And then of course a little quote here. And this one has a side card. This has a flip, and the flip is made of music paper, and I've added a little tag here at the top and just a little cluster here at the bottom. When this flips out, make sure you can see that, this becomes an envelope. Now this is a deconstructed envelope, the way I've used it around the page. You'll have to check out the playlist to see how I've done that, but there is a pocket inside, and I haven't put anything in there yet. I'm not going to. I don't need to fill every tiny nook and cranny. But basically, I took the bottom piece off the envelope and glued it to this page, and I took the top two pieces using the middle for this pocket and the flap for the closure. Okay, this one has 2 3x6 tags. Like I said, lots and lots and lots of space for writing. Not your traditional writing spaces, and each one of these have these large journal cards inside. I think that's one of my favorites. So, and then this one has it on this side as well. Okay, and then a smaller one. They're all white with a little bit of ink on the back, so I guess I don't need to turn them all over. This is a stacked pocket that we did, that I followed Anna's tutorial for this, and it just has, you know, some different ephemera. It's a little journal card there. And this is a fun little flippy tag with journaling space on the back. And then a couple of little tiny pieces here in the front. It says follow your heart with some trim, little fussy cut. And then back here is a little pocket with some more journaling, and more things can fit in these pockets. That fits perfectly right there. And plenty of room for writing here. You can write on the coffee dyed parchment, the graph paper. Here's that other handkerchief pocket. And there's a couple of different sizes. These are half pages that are folded in half. And then this is a little bit less than about 2 inches shy of a whole page. For that. And that page, this one's for writing. You can write here, maybe stick something tiny in there, like maybe a ticket or something. Another cluster on this side. I've got a little tab card and a castle. That's exciting. Horizontal belly band, and that's got some fun stuff in it. Got this chocolate card, a square card, and then a couple pieces of coffee dyed paper. And this was a really cool batch of coffee dyed paper. I think I did this one with the paintbrush, so I may have to. I do it that way most of the time, but for some reason something was different on that batch. Okay, so that was the second I was going to say semester, the second signature. Now we're in the last signature. There's that third tab. I've got a little doily. I have burlap here. And then to decorate the burlap, I used word things, cardstock, that were the same size. So when I glued it on this side, I also glued it on this side, and so that way there's no bleed through. They're kind of glued to each other on that burlap, which I thought turned out really cool. And then here is the Maria music, and this one I folded down, and it's just kind of a little flip page, but I folded down so I could put some things in make it a tuck, but I left her name. And then on this side I've just added a little arrow and another piece of that trim. This is a vintage, I'm not sure how old, I want to say from the 40s or 50s, Greg shorthand book. I joined it together with cotton and did some faux stitching there with stamp and washi tape on the other side. I think that's Tim Holtz. I forgot that was in here. And then another pocket with a cluster, some beautiful ephemera inside. I just love flipping through this. This is one of those that's just fun to look at. Here I used the rooster card for just a tuck spot. I've got trim on the bottom. I made this square card. Now I think these were originally intended for envelopes, but I've just used them as journal cards. And then here's another coffee dyed paper. And here we have a journal card on the side. And then we have another one of these flip out pages. So I've got a tag at the top and a little cluster pocket here with, isn't that sweetest thing? I love that little bird. So just cute. A flower blossoms for its own joy. And then when you, of course, flip this out, there's another one of these pockets that's closed with the word strip. Strip, that's the word I was looking for. Another journal card hidden in this pocket back here. And then I've just put some more coffee dyed paper in these pockets. There's and done these at an angle. And then there is another journal card stashed here. And I need to open that pocket. I think I got a little bit of, there it goes. We know those glue spiders. Another journal card here. These papers were beautiful. I just printed them out on cardstock and just cut away, and no matter which way I turned it, it looked great. So here's another flip and journal card. I love these because you can put things horizontally in the pocket. And this one I attached a piece of lace to as well. Here's the other side of the Greg shorthand, and this one actually has pencil notes in it. I love that. You can see the back side of that faux stitching, back side of the music. Here's the other piece of burlap where I've taken two pieces the same size, little things, and begin again. There, a small doily. Here's another one of those hidden paper clips. I've taken a whole piece of paper, coffee dyed paper, and tucked under this one. So as you can see, I'm going to do it this way. As you can see, it can be attached at the top or the side or wherever you want. And then on this side it also works as a tuck. So, and then we have the back pocket, which is a bunch of ephemera. Again, we have a girl and some wheat, another lady. This was kind of fun. We just kind of used an eyelet to attach those two pieces together, and then a card in the back, and then another tall tag. Now I've just put some fussy cut on that, and it's a little tricky, but you can get it in. Not on camera though. Don't try to do it on camera. Okay, no? All right, I'll fix it in a minute. But anyway, so that's the back. Beautiful trim, the lace, and these images are just gorgeous. So I hope you enjoy that flip through. This was a really, I know I say this every time, really fun to put together, but this one really was. Anyway, this will be available in my Etsy store if you're interested. I'm going to go list it, and I will include this little folio with it as well. This has a belly band and has some kind of pulls out, has some tags, some writing space. There's a stacked pocket here, and it just kind of rolls up, and then the ribbon, tie the ribbon around it. So I will include this because it matches. I could not get it in the journal. The pockets were just not big enough. So anyway, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.